This Memorial Day weekend, we honor the fallen at America's Home for Racing.
The 66th running of the Coca-Cola 600.
Welcome into the WHKY News for Thursday, May 22nd. I'm Ralph Mangum. Watch the WHKY News on over-the-air TV every weekday on channel 14.2. We are also online at WHKY.com and on our YouTube channel. In today's top stories, a woman has been charged in connection with the death of an infant at a daycare. Rob Eastwood reports from Lenoir.
The incident occurred earlier this week here at Creative Beginnings Daycare, which is located just behind me here in Lenoir. The suspect was arrested on Wednesday and was placed in jail under a $500,000 bond. As of the time I'm filing this report, she is not listed as an inmate here in Caldwell County. The daycare has had its license suspended by the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services. 29-year-old Alexandra Lee Livingston Coffey of Amick Road in Lenoir was arrested by Lenoir police and charged with involuntary manslaughter. Coffey was arrested in connection to an investigation into the death of a 16-month-old child named Maddie on Monday, May 19th at Creative Beginnings here in Lenoir. At approximately 2:45 p.m. on Monday, first responders found an unresponsive 16-month-old child. CPR and other life-saving measures were immediately initiated. The child was transported to Caldwell UNC Healthcare, where resuscitation efforts continued. Despite the efforts, the child was pronounced deceased shortly after arrival at the hospital. Coffey was taken into custody without incident on Wednesday and was jailed in the Caldwell County Detention Center under a $500,000 secured bond. The investigation is continuing. If you have any information, you are asked to contact the Lenoir Police Department at 828-757-2100 or Lenoir Caldwell County Crime Stoppers at 828-758-8300. And you can check our website, WHKY.com, for updates on this case. Reporting from Lenoir for WHKY News, I'm Rob Eastwood.
Thank you, Rob. The Catawba County Commissioners met in regular session Monday. The commissioners held a public hearing to consider the Langdon Ridge Subdivision Road Improvement Project and adoption of the final assessment resolution for the project. The board approved that item. The county manager reported a budget transfer from contingency to other professional services in the amount of $50,000. Counties are required to pay for medical examiner services and autopsy reports for county residents if requested by authorities. The state has increased the fee for autopsies from $1,750 to over $3,600. The budget is now exhausted with 2 months remaining in the fiscal year. Read more at WHKY.com. A bridge over Lake Norman in Sherrills Ford is slated for inspection beginning June 2nd, weather permitting. Crews will inspect the structure that takes Slanting Bridge Road over the lake to prepare for a future bridge preservation project. Weekday closures will take place between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. Monday through Friday. The bridge will be reduced to one lane with flaggers on site to direct traffic. The inspection is expected to take up to 3 weeks. According to our news partner, WACB, urgent care of Mountain View in Taylorsville is closing pending construction of a new clinic on Macedonia Church Road. The facility is Taylorsville's only urgent care. Beginning Wednesday, June 25th, all services will be provided at urgent care of Mountain View's North Hickory Clinic on North Center Street. The North Hickory location will serve as a temporary home while the new Taylorsville facility is being built. Alexander County has been without a hospital for 18 years. Urgent care of Mountain View in Taylorsville opened in 2013. They have leased a building owned by the town of Taylorsville. The town and the business have been at odds regarding the cost of rent and a frequent flooding issue on the property. WHKY's Arianna Mack has information on Osteoporosis Awareness Month.
According to the Bone Health and Osteoporosis Foundation, osteoporosis is a disease that causes bones to become weak and more likely to fracture and affects approximately 10 million Americans, with another 44 million at risk due to low bone density. Yet many individuals remain unaware that they have the disease until they break a bone. Stephanie Estevez, a board-certified family nurse practitioner at FryeCare Hickory Family Practice Associates joins us on WHKY.
A little bit about osteoporosis. Osteoporosis is a condition in which our bone density mass starts to decrease. It puts patients at a significant risk for fractures, and it's truly just something we want to bring awareness here in the month of May.
And who does this normally affect?
This affects mostly adults age 65 and up. We do see it start to affect even postmenopausal women as we start to see our estrogen levels decrease, but it can affect anyone who has decreased vitamin D and calcium levels. With osteoporosis, that's one of the most dangerous things, is that we typically don't recognize the symptoms until it's too late. This is why we really raise awareness and we shoot for prevention, because a lot of times patients don't know that their bone mineral density is thin until they experience a fracture.
And how would you say we can learn more, maybe get more awareness, or even if we think we're struggling, where to go?
Absolutely. So, a couple of things. Always go to your primary care provider. Tell them, hey, I'm concerned that maybe I may have decreased bone mineral density, or hey, I've had a fracture recently. Could I be potentially at risk for future fractures? It is our job to make sure that we are telling you about preventative methods, including DEXA scans. And what a DEXA scan is that we make sure to check and see if you have any signs of bone mineral density loss. And at that point, we can start you on supplements and prevent you from getting a fracture.
Reporting for WHKY News, I'm Arianna Mack.
Thank you, Arianna, and thanks to Stephanie Estevez for her time today. In today's crime report, a shooting in Mooresville leads to 3 arrests, plus a suspect in a Burke County phone scam has been extradited from Alabama. In local sports, honors for an Appalachian State softball player. And in community focus, a travel forecast for a very busy Memorial Day holiday weekend, along with news from the Hickory Public Library. Sunny and breezy today with highs in the upper 70s. We'll stay in the 70s through the weekend, and then early next week, look for highs only in the mid to upper 60s before rising back into the 70s on Wednesday. Starting Sunday, there's at least a 25% chance of rain every day next week, with the best chance coming on Tuesday. The latest forecast is always there for you at WHKY.com. I'm Ralph Mangum. This is the WHKY News.